In the bag?
Yes, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not pack my bag.
Well, we can get that all straightened out.
Immortal, and it's cool. Like sometimes we switch perspectives, so it's from a law enforcement perspective. Oh wow! Instead of it being from the, the actual hustler side of the aspirational side.
That's right. I never done that, man. I don't even know where they come up with that, man. And then the guy's a rat, man. He's been working for the feds for 2 years now. You know what I'm saying?
Meech recently texted 50 Cent a harsh warning to cease talking about his son or face harsh consequences. This came right after 50 published a ridiculous video showing Lil Meech running to the police and letting his old friend take the fall. The twist is now here. 50 is being supported by this purported friend, who claims that Lil Meech's deception led to his imprisonment. 50 has been ridiculing the father-son duo non-stop for months. Big Meech, though, seems to have had enough. Moreover, should 50 persist in pushing it, this violence could develop from a disagreement. To begin, let's look at the terrible body cam footage that 50 Cent recently made public. It shows Lil Meech blatantly deserting his own comrade after being stopped. When his kid is shown on the video being hauled away in handcuffs, he accuses Meech of betraying him to the police. The footage captures Lil Meech sitting in the back of a police car while they are both being held prisoners. Next is the jaw dropper. Did you find the other stuff? Meech suddenly asks the officer, instantly following the officer's report of having previously seen a gun.
It's not legal. Huh? It's not legal.
What's it?
It's not legal.
Not legal what?
The cops did a second inspection of the car after making that initial question, which exacerbated the issue. They found a gun that wasn't even illegal, which is outrageous. Things start to get messier at this point. After being imprisoned for that betrayal, Meech's old friend posted the body cam film to Instagram so that everyone could see it. 3 Luck, as he is known to others, posted several vintage photos of himself and Lil Meech having a good time. In his post, he openly accused Meech of snitching to the police, leading to charges of both narcotics and firearms offenses. The caption he wrote was cold. Because of this, I went to go do Fed time. False men like Lil Meech ruined my life and I hate them. He was not sincere. Rather, he denigrated Big Meech by saying that he had brought up a lame. As he lay unconscious in the car, he claimed that Lil Meech had him accept responsibility for the drugs and pistol. But he didn't end there. He further claimed that 50 Cent had backed him in his criticism of Lil Meech as a snake. According to him, Meech once apologized and promised to pay him back.
Oh. Good, man.
Hey, super charge money, man.
Yeah.
What y'all found about him? What y'all found?
After that, he questioned Meech's dedication and chastised him for calling the police. Were the guns and other things taken away from me? I'm calling it blatantly inappropriate behavior. According to him, he only stayed with a teenage drug user because he thought Meech would be interested in such a lifestyle. Though they had been friends for 20 years, he found that Meech was the one who had deceived him. When he left, he asked how anyone could ride with the same individual who had put him in such danger. While Meech was drowning in pills and betrayal, he explained he was still being protected and given counsel on how to keep his good reputation intact, even though he had spent a lot of money on lawyers and 3 different bonds to fight Meech's claims. He didn't hold back when speaking. He opened up. Not only did he lose his business money, but he will also lose precious years of his child's life. The reason for this is that Lil Meech caught him in the act. In reaction to Big Meech's own words, he even wrote, "The same dude who preaches death before dishonor, words like I love you, however, end up having no real meaning." To date, Lil Meech has not addressed these grave accusations. But you're perfectly aware of who entered first. 50 Cent. Then he scolded Meech for being a fake. He even reposted an Instagram screenshot from power star Michael Rainey JRB to drag Meech along with it. The caption made fun of 50.
It's not legal.
What's it?
It's not legal.
Not legal what?
To have a firearm.
I'm talking about
Huh?
this.
Talking about the other guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I greatly admire you, Michael. Your page caught my attention, hee hee. Observe the results of spending all of your money on Chrome Hearts pants without using drugs. A few hours later, 50 turned up the temperature. He published Lil Meech's body cam footage of him betraying his own friend again, including the friend's screenshots with a critical commentary this time. How will you pour your medications and strap them across your boyfriend's lap while he's unconscious? That is, actually, fascinating. 50 wasn't done, though. He came back with another suspicious post. Posting a picture from the BMF performance, he captioned it, "He first gets caught at the airport with a gun and starts panicking, mocking Meech. Now, his spying on his friends is captured on camera. It is clear from 50 that he doesn't care how bad things go." Additionally, the backstory is here. Despite not having permission to possess a firearm, TSA found an unloaded firearm in Lil Meech's luggage, leading to his arrest in the airport incident, which was captured on another leaked video. What was most ridiculous was that Lil Meech really tried to argue that, despite being 23, he was not legally an adult. And it gets worse. At the TSA, he panicked and tried to show off his celebrity by making the classic "Do you know who I am?" gesture. Naturally, 50 Cent couldn't help himself. It's drama like this that he loves. Using the recently shared footage of Lil Meech leaving his own friend behind as material, 50 has been mocking him on Instagram as though it were his full-time job.
I know, but unfortunately, there's certain procedures we have to follow anytime something comes in that's prohibited, correct?
Right. So listen,
You
sir.
understand that, correct?
Please give me.
You have your ID on you?
Sir, my ID's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not
Okay.
pack my bag.
Well, we can get that all straightened out
Please,
after
do it.
the fact,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
But until then, I have to put you in handcuffs until we figure this out.
Okay.
Okay, you understand that?
Can I call my mom or somebody?
We'll do that after.
Okay.
All right, just turn around for me. Be cooperative. Everything's on video, and
But since then, circumstances have evolved. Big Meech himself finally broke the silence. When 50's posts claimed that Big Meech was a horrible father and called Lil Meech a snitch, he clapped back. He posted several pictures of himself with his son, sending a warning shot straight at 50. "We are invincible. We climbed all the way." Big Meech might be working on something quite different behind the scenes, though. According to rumors, Big Meech personally got in touch with one of 50's old colleagues after he shared those father-son pictures in response to 50's ongoing accusations of snitching. Based on industry sources, the message was clear. "Don't let him play with my son, please." Everyone is closely monitoring this sudden shift in attitude because Big Meech doesn't usually bark threats.
anything else on you at this point?
No, I promise I don't.
Okay.
Just an actor, sir.
No, I
I'm here
understand.
tonight. Please, man.
Do you have a concealed
My
weapons
life.
permit or anything like
No, I
that?
don't, sir. They left that in my bag. My little brother's he was outside waiting for me, sir. I promise you, sir, that's not mine. I have security guards, sir. I'm an actor.
Okay.
See how much jewelry I have on me? I went to private school. I'm a good kid, man.
He's saying that he's an actor and he has private security guards.
Does he?
The tension escalated to the point where several BMF producers were reportedly quitting the show because they were worried that the conflict would spill off screen and explode in real life. However, bear in mind that this battle did not start with Lil Meech. Everything started earlier this year when Big Meech and Rick Ross joined together. Their first reaction was to call Big Meech a rat for starting a fire under 50. He even implied that Meech made a deal under the First Step Act by posting a screenshot of court records and suggesting that Meech was secretly working with the federal government through his longtime associate Tammy Cowens. But here's the fact. In Big Meech's case, there is no proof that he snitched. 27 of the 30 years he was sentenced to spend were spent in prison. Furthermore, that slight decline was not due to closed agreements, but rather to changes made to sentencing rules. In fact, Big Meech refuted the rumors in a rare jailhouse interview, saying, "That story would have been all over by now if I had ever cooperated."
You can look at my paperwork, man. My paperwork, if I was writing it to be on CNN, you know what I mean? You better believe it, my nigga. Yeah, be on CNN. You know, you got some people insinuate whole Big Meech telling on the Mexican town. Look on Wikipedia, it'll tell you Daniel Correll out of LA, he telling on me. Shit, you know, penitentiary rules is if you do not call a man hot or a rat or a snitch, or that he cooperating with the government without having paperwork to prove it.
Views on the entire controversy are split among fans. Given that Big Meech had served more than 30 years in prison, others argue that 50 Cent has no right to call him a rat. Meech and Rick Ross's relationship, however, is seen by some as the pinnacle of betrayal. The fact that 50 was the one who supported Lil Meech's family while he was incarcerated and gave him his first big acting chance is also noteworthy. This was also mentioned by 50 Cent as the real reason for Big Meech's supposed betrayal. Big Meech was allegedly unable to control the intensity of his relationship with Lil Meech, according to 50. On Instagram, 50 claimed that the real reason for their split was envy and that Big Meech just couldn't get over the fact that Lil Meech was closer to him than his own father. The mess was from the aftermath. It is said that Big Meech ceased giving his child financial support
And got me before I even knew I could even act at all, before even acting was even a thought. My dad called me one day and told me that he wanted me to fly to Atlanta in his presence so I could meet 50 for the first time and see on the first casting that he was doing. So I flew out there and it was lying around the street. And the first time I met 50, it was just genuine. And I sat by him and we actually got to watch people audition for a couple hours. And the next day he called me 8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up.
According to 50, he was also a toxic role model who pushed Lil Meech to squander money and engage in drug use. While filming BMF, 50 presented himself as the real father figure, claiming to have stepped in when Lil Meech had a serious breakdown because of substance abuse. According to him, he made sure Lil Meech got the help he so needed. 50 wrote, "I thought about it, outlining all the details. Meech and I were friends, and I think that made him uncomfortable. I tell him I don't want him high, but Meech is over there bragging about how he used to pop X like it was fine. Meech is telling me how much money he has wasted, and I tell him to stop squandering too much money." Afterward, 50 made another startling admission, stating that he even had to send Lil Meech to therapy. While on set one day, he said Russell Horn's blood pressure shot up. When he started throwing up, it was during a weapons test. Lil Meech had whippets concealed in his truck. Ian then told him. 50 admitted that he was initially unaware of what whippets were, but after checking, he found the BB pistols in canisters.
200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I already can't have this on for longer than 3-4 hours. My neck started hurting. You might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost?
3 just for the pendant. Right here, this is Antarctica. This is the big boy. This is Christine called it Antarctica. It's the chandelier that I might have seen.
It's here that the twist occurs. In interviews, Lil Meech would often say that he was completely lost when he first received the role in BMF until 50 took him under his wing and even paid for his acting classes. However, Lil Meech blew that wonderful opportunity by spending an estimated $5 million from the show in just 3 years on gaudy jewelry, expensive cars, and stylish clothes rather than saving or investing wisely. And you can see why 50 feels justified in criticizing him given all that he has done to change his life. But here's the catch. What's messy is the entire snitching debate. Meech's friends and family are now against him, accusing him of hypocrisy for deciding who should and shouldn't be labeled a snitch. So, the crucial question is this. Could 50 have gone too far in labeling Big Meech a rat based only on his relationship with Rick Ross and the taunts he's currently flinging at 50? Please leave a remark below with your opinions. Use the like button and subscribe for more dramatic stories. Each and every one.